Oftentimes people wonder whether or not their broker has liability for not selling them the right kind of insurance. And in California and in most states, brokers aren't exactly considered professionals like doctors and lawyers and accountants. And so in California, we have what I refer to as a if you don't ask, they don't have to tell you policy. So if you go into your insurance broker and you're talking about how much insurance you need for your life or for your home or for uninsured motorist coverage, oftentimes they have no legal obligation to tell you, and it's your obligation to ask them. And one of the most important things to look for if you're considering whether or not a broker has liability is, did the policyholder, the customer of the broker, actually get out there and ask the broker for advice? How much insurance do I need for my house? If that magic question's asked and the broker either doesn't answer or doesn't give you the right amount of insurance, then the broker may be liable for any shortfall. And the same is true with uninsured motorists, and the same is true with health, life, and disability. So really, it's incumbent upon the policyholder to do everything he or she can to protect themselves and ask the right questions, because if you don't, the broker's just not going to have any liability. So that's the fundamentals of first-party insurance. Now, another type of insurance that people buy, and people buy frequently, is liability insurance. And this is insurance to protect yourself if you are accused of injuring somebody. Even if the lawsuit is false or fraudulent, the insurance company is supposed to step in and protect you. It's very important that people understand their insurance policies. Insurance policies are very nuanced. Historically, we have a couple hundred years of litigation and cases that deal with how a liability insurance policy is interpreted. And liability insurance policies are interpreted based upon this couple hundred years of authority, and insurance companies over time have gotten smarter, and they've narrowed their coverage, and they've chopped the coverage down, and they've kind of constrained it because they want to be able to control the risk. So what is liability insurance? Well, it protects you if you get sued, and it protects you if your car or you driving your car injures somebody. That's your typical auto insurance. Auto insurance is required to be bought by everybody in California. That doesn't mean that everybody buys it. But liability insurance has to be carried by drivers, and it protects you if you are sued after being injured in an accident. And the insurance company is supposed to step in and defend you. And if you're found liable, they're supposed to pay it. Now, one question people constantly ask is my liability insurance, my auto insurance, is my auto insurance simply settling a case that I didn't do anything wrong, and I don't understand why they're settling it? Well, the law in California is that an insurance company generally has the right to make its decision about what cases to settle and what not to settle. So while you very well may think that you're not liable for that accident, the insurance company can make a decision about what to pay. And people can't sue their insurance company because in most cases they've paid a claim that they don't believe they should have paid. Now, another typical type of liability insurance is what we call premises liability insurance. Premises liability insurance is if something happens inside your business, if something happens inside your home, somebody's injured. But it goes beyond that. It also protects you if you're sued for a variety of claims that people can make against you for an injury or for potentially property damage. Other types of liability insurance: professional insurance. So you could be a lawyer, you could be a plumber, you could be a doctor. That type of liability insurance protects you and protects your business. And oftentimes we find that people sue their insurance companies because they're not being defended, because insurance companies don't actually step up and defend them when they're supposed to. And in those cases, you have to determine whether or not there is a possibility under the insurance policy that people could be sued, that there's a chance that the insurance policy would cover that kind of claim that's being made. So those tend to be very intricate and very fact-specific, and you're supposed to look at simply what's alleged or what the claim is to determine whether or not there's an obligation to defend.